History as we know it is just one possibility. Welcome to Divergence Desk, where we explore the turning points that shaped our world and ask, what if things had gone differently? September 4th, 476 CE. In our timeline, this date marks the end of the Western Roman Empire when Odoacer deposed the last emperor, Romulus Augustulus. But what if that critical moment had unfolded differently? By 476, the Western Roman Empire was a shadow of its former glory. Barbarian foederati controlled vast territories. The economy had collapsed and emperors were mere puppets. The empire controlled little beyond Italy itself. Odoacer, a Germanic chieftain commanding foederati troops, had grown tired of playing kingmaker. His soldiers demanded land, and the imperial treasury was empty. In our timeline, he simply deposed the child emperor. But what if Emperor Zeno in Constantinople had acted decisively? What if instead of recognizing Odoacer, he had dispatched his most capable general with a full army to restore imperial authority? Here's our divergence point. Zeno sends Theodoric the Great not to conquer Italy for himself, but to restore legitimate Roman rule. The Ostrogothic king accepts imperial authority in exchange for vast estates in Gaul. With Gothic military might backing imperial authority, the Western Empire implements radical reforms. Provincial armies are professionalized, barbarian tribes are systematically settled and Romanized, and the tax system is rebuilt from the ground up. The reformed Western legions combine traditional Roman discipline with barbarian cavalry tactics. By 500 CE, they've reclaimed Gaul from the Franks and pushed back Visigothic expansion in Spain. Trade routes reopen as security returns. Roman engineering expertise combined with Gothic agricultural knowledge creates an economic boom. Cities that had been abandoned for decades begin to flourish once again. But survival comes with costs. The Frankish kingdoms led by Clovis see a resurgent Rome as an existential threat. By 550 CE, a massive confederation of Germanic tribes masses on the Rhine, forcing Rome into a century of border wars. Christianity becomes Rome's unifying force, but with a twist. The Western Church, backed by imperial power, develops differently from its Eastern counterpart. Papal authority emerges stronger, creating a rival to Constantinople's patriarch. When Islamic armies sweep across North Africa in the 7th century, they face not a fractured collection of barbarian kingdoms, but a unified Roman response. The loss of Egypt still occurs, but Spain remains firmly Roman. By 800 CE, when Charlemagne is crowned in our timeline, the Western Roman Empire has not only survived but thrived. It controls Italy, most of Gaul, Spain, and Britain, creating a counterweight to both Byzantium and the Islamic caliphates. Roman engineering tradition, never broken, leads to earlier innovations. Watermills, improved metallurgy, and preserved classical knowledge give Rome a technological edge. The Renaissance begins in Rome, not Italy's city-states. When the Crusades begin, Rome doesn't request help from barbarian kingdoms. It leads them. A unified Western Roman Empire becomes the primary Christian military force, fundamentally altering the balance of power in the Mediterranean. Fast forward to today. Without the Dark Ages caused by Rome's collapse, European technological development accelerates by centuries. Democracy might have evolved from Roman Republican traditions rather than emerging from Enlightenment thought. The survival of the Western Roman Empire would have created a fundamentally different world. No feudalism, earlier scientific revolution, and perhaps most importantly, a unified European identity that predates nationalism by 1,000 years. The question isn't whether Rome could have survived. It's whether we'd recognize the world that followed, and that's how history might have unfolded. But what do you think? If the Roman Empire never fell, specifically the Western Roman Empire, how do you believe events would have truly played out? Drop your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through alternate history, check out our other explorations here on Divergence Desk. Until next time, question everything.